Covington Gate is a conspiracy theory spread by the fake news media, which holds that the Hitler had come back to life and had reincarnated himself into a Catholic high school. And we're back, Mike Cernovich, CERNOVICH.com. After this weekend, I'm not really interested in hearing these fake news people ever insult me or anyone else or call me a conspiracy theorist, because the biggest conspiracy theory of the year by far was spread by the fake news media. And there's just no question about it. They went after kids, man. Now, a lot of y'all have said, oh, Cernovich, you're hyperbole, right? Hyperbole. Because I told you they're going after kids. People go, oh, you're just, doing your thing, sensationalizing things. But like, they went after kids, dude. Like, literally kids. For all my faults, and there are many, for all my flaws, and there are many, at the very least, I argue with adults. So have I been a mean man sometimes? Sure. Have I maybe misinterpreted a few facts here and there along the way? Sure. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be, I would say I don't pretend to be a priest, but based on the Catholic response to these kids, I wouldn't even say that's a compliment, right? It used to be, I'm 41. How old are you? How old are you people? How old are you people watching? So it used to be you would say, well, I'm no priest, as trying to say you're trying to be moral, virtuous, and righteous. I would say, well, I'm not a priest, but I try to be a good guy. You can't even say that anymore. You can't even, because the priest is not an aspirational. It's not aspirational. Look at the priests, man. They're part of the temple of lies. They threw away these kids, man. Didn't stand for them at all. So you can't even say now, well, I'm no priest, because that's not indicating that you're virtuous or anything like that. But I will say this. Thank you, everybody, for saving the lives of these children. I've actually heard from the parents. So last night I had a guy, I don't want to go into who he is, but last night I had a boomer say, why are you taking credit for this, or something like that. It was a very snide kind of boomer thing. He was probably up drinking, just feeling depressed that he isn't me. And, well, the moms have reached out to me. So if the moms have thanked me, then I would say that I'm allowed to take a little victory lap. It's like, okay, you random boomer guy who's angry with the bad goatee, me being spoken to by the moms. I think the moms got you on this one. But really, it was up to you. Thank you, all of you. And by the way, let this be a reminder. You can't believe any videos now. You just can't. Any videos, anything, they're fake. So if you ever see a video about Trump or Posobiec or Ali, me, anybody, just don't even, just don't believe it. Just assume it's edited, assume it's a deep fake. More often than not, you'll be right. So you just don't believe anything about anybody pro-Trump. Even though me, it's weird. People are like, yeah, the media calls me pro-Trump, but like there's been a mutiny around here because I'm not pro-Trump enough, or because I, call a guy out or something like that. It's really absurd, but the media go, oh, this pro-Trump guy. So if the media thinks someone is pro-Trump, just don't believe anything. How you doing, Adele? Always good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you at the next cigar night. We've completed our two cigar nights we've had. Both were, well, the second one, a little too many people, actually. Well, it was the threshold. I try to keep them limited to 40. So the way I'm going to do the next cigar night is I send out an invitation to people who had attended a prior cigar night. I give them a first head start. And then if we have a couple tickets left over, we'll let other people come in, and we're just folding people into the show organically. We're changing venues, going to different venues, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, somebody said they want to do a film on I just got a message. People, want to do a film on that, and I think that's a great idea. I definitely think that's a great idea. Yeah, sorry, I'm answering messages from a very famous director. So I'm not going to tell you who, because I don't snitch on my friends. I don't talk about who I know. You ever notice that? I don't talk about who I know. Most people go out of their way to talk about who they know. I go out on my way to be underground, hiding out in a hoodie. That's my sort of thing. Now, I think what a lot of people don't realize, there are some retractions coming. So here's what I think a lot of people don't realize. There are going to be a lot of lawsuits about this. So if you're watching this and you lied about them kids, you should probably just apologize. And I'll tell you why I know there's going to be lawsuits about this. But it's not very hard to figure out. So Robert Barnes has been in touch with the family, Barnes Law. And Robert Barnes brought a very nuanced, very difficult, excuse me. By the way, there's a trick for you. You're always learning from Cernovich. Don't sneeze into your hands. When you have to sneeze, don't sneeze into your hands because that's how you pass germs. If you have to sneeze, you sneeze into your shoulder or into your elbow, see? Because if you sneeze on your hands, now you're going to rub the germs all over your face, all over your hair. If you touch something, you'll spread it. So you always sneeze right there into your elbow, almost like you're dabbing, right? But Barnes, he brought a lawsuit on behalf of Cassandra Fairbanks. It was a very difficult lawsuit. And they lost, but it was a case that they probably were going to lose anyway. The reason I put lost in quotes is if you're not a lawyer, you only see things as a win or a loss. But if you're a lawyer, you understand that if you have like a 10% chance of winning a case and you lose the case, we didn't really lose it. It's like 90% odds where you're going to lose it. But if you're not a lawyer, you don't understand the probabilities. You're like, oh, the person lost the case. Like, no. Like the case was a difficult testing the boundaries of law kind of case. And so if you go in, it's 90% chance you're going to lose, and then the case doesn't go your way. It's not really a loss. A loss is when you have a case that you should win, right? Good lawyers, teach you something right now. Good lawyers, they win the cases they should win. They lose the cases they should lose. Great lawyers, they win the cases they should win, and they occasionally win a case they should have lost. That's a great lawyer. They take those cases that you should lose. And then occasionally you win one, but you're not going to win most of your losing cases. If you win 2 out of 10 of your losing cases, that's a great lawyer, actually. And if you win 5 out of 10 losing cases, you're Clarence Darrow or something. You're like icon, a titan of the bar, an icon of the bar. By the way, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button and share this video. If you're on Periscope, tap the screen a few times. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Somebody said I'm breathing heavily. There's a reason for that. I've been doing a lot of cardio. So I've been reopening my lungs, breathing much deeper into my lungs. I've been doing Tabata interval. You ever do Tabatas? Have you heard of Tabatas? Yes or no? Tabata intervals. Tabata intervals. So I go on an air dyne and you go as hard as you can for 20 seconds. And then you rest for 10. Then you go hard as you can, 20 seconds, rest for 10. Now, the first couple of sets, they feel like nothing. And you only do it for 4 minutes. You do eight rounds. But, boy, you get into the second minute, you feel like you're going to die. So you go the first 20 seconds, and you rest. You're like, I feel good. The next 20 seconds, that's 1 round, 1 minute. 20 on, 10 off. 2 of them for 30 seconds. You do 2 30 seconds in a minute, and you do 8 in total. By the time you're into that minute 30 seconds, you're like, God, this is the longest workout I've ever done in my life. A Tabata interval makes 4 minutes. It's only a 4-minute cardio workout. That 4-minute workout feels like a day because on the last few intervals, you got to sprint all out 20 seconds and you only get 10 seconds. You learn about the relativity of time. 10 seconds goes fast when you're trying to get your breath. And then 20 seconds, which doesn't seem like a long time, feels like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And hours and hours and hours. So here we got CJ's got a big, okay, so we got, you'll be hearing a lot more from the students at Covington Catholic. Yeah, the parents are organized. The parents are organized. I don't think, how you doing, Jack? But good to see you. The parents are organized. Y'all don't understand, man. People, oh yeah, Super Chat is enabled on YouTube. Thank you. Yes, if you're on YouTube, you can send a Super Chat. Somebody, Super Chat says, Mike, Will Chamberlain says we need to call out Trump for not defending these kids. Yes, that's been a theme of me for the past 2 years, which is Trump has a lot of, he tweets a lot. If Alec Baldwin makes fun of Trump, Trump's got something to say about that. LeBron James goes on Don Lemon and says something about Trump. You know, he's got a lot to say, but his supporters face character assassination by the fake news media. You know, where's Trump? Doesn't seem to have a lot to say. That's just bad leadership. You have to let people know that you have their back, that's literally your job as a leader. And he's shown demonstrably poor leadership throughout his presidency. That's what people don't, people don't have his back. Now, I love anonymous people like, oh, I support my president. And it'll be like, Jane 783925102. Like, bro, no offense, but you're like anonymous. You're not defending him in a public way. You have no idea what that's like to be a front-facing pro-Trump person. So they'll be like, how dare you not be some more supportive of Trump? It's like, well, why don't you not be anonymous? Why don't you post your real name there on the internet? Why don't you post your real picture? Oh, because you don't want to be targeted. And if you're targeted, Trump won't have anything to say about that. So I'm not trying to hear about it. I assume those are all bot accounts, by the way. I figure the pro-Trump people yelling at me, I figure those are just super PACs, probably. They buy bots. And then the bots try to, like, crack the whip on me because they think they're going to make me, like, conform. And it's just not, it's not effective psychology. By the way, I do not have my curls today, my lovely locks. I didn't do my hair today because I wasn't going to do a Periscope. And then, because I feel like I do the Periscopes when I count. A lot of people, they want daily shows and multiple, and I get that, and I like that, but I'm aiming for laying low, and when I come out, it's like more bang for your buck. So I like to go from laying low, and then the Covington thing happens, and then boom, there I am. Everybody's like, oh, I thought Cernovich was retired. I hadn't heard from him in a long time. Yeah, that's kind of my new thing. Lay low, spiritually revitalize myself. Lay low, focus on spirituality, focus on wisdom, focus on some other projects, focus on my second daughter and my first daughter, focus on all this. And then when I have maximum impact, I dress up and I do my hair nice and, do my own show. I know I shouldn't deprive you of my good locks every day though. So, it's looking a little thin right now because I haven't, you gotta do it the way I showed people. I showed people how to do that. Yeah, my skin looks good. I've been doing cardio. I mean, cardio really is everything. So when you do cardio, you get more blood flow to your face, and that makes you look healthy and more vital. Good skin starts from within. True story. Good skin starts from within. So when you're doing cardio, you get that extra blood flow. You know how when you do a good cardio, you feel like the thump, the thump, the thump, the thump, pulsing in your, like around your temples. And then when you do great cardio, you feel it in your gums, right? Have you ever felt that? Where you know that you've done cardio on point. By the way, I'm not giving medical advice. Seek a doctor. Namaste. But you've done cardio on point when you get that almost like metallic taste in your mouth and your gums hurt. That's when you know you've done great cardio. Your gums hurt a little bit and you have that kind of metallic taste. So that's the level of cardio that I've been doing. But when you do that, your skin looks better because the blood circulates better. Your mind also becomes sharper. The best nootropic you can ever take is cardio. I always tell people go, oh yeah, Gorilla Mind, supplements, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Gorilla Mind supplements are incredible. I take them all the time. But cardio is the best brain booster you can ever have. So people go, oh, I can't afford supplements. Do cardio after talking to a doctor. Of course, do. Because blood circulates to your brain. And then that improves your mind. That improves your productivity. Cardio. And by the way, when I mean cardio, I don't mean aerobics. I mean interval training. Tabata interval training. If you do Tabata interval training on an Airdyne. See, a lot of people, what happens, they do Tabata intervals they do it in a way that's jarring into your joints, but you don't want to do that. Because if you're going all out, you don't want to go all out and do a sprint because you're slamming onto your joints. And then by the time you get late into those rounds, your form goes bad. And then you're going to fall forward or injure yourself or something. So for Tabata intervals, Airdyne. And by the way, Tabata intervals on the Airdyne is the best cardio workout other than boxing other than grappling. There's no better cardio workout than the Airdyne. I've done it all. Sandbag training, German volume training, the whole thing. You can see the pictures of me when I was like yoked. I've I talk a big game, but I've walked a big game. You can find the pictures of me yoked and, looking like, super freaking all that. Nothing other than grappling. There's no cardio like grappling. That's a different, if you think you have good cardio, go wrestle for 30 seconds. Different level, but I'm talking other than that, just in the realm of overall physical fitness. An airdyne, Tabata intervals on an airdyne, not only is the most grueling and effective cardio, but it's also easy on your joints because you have that accommodated resistance with the big flywheel. So you're not banging on your joints, you're not pounding your joints, you're not going to fall down if you're doing a sprint, you're not jumping up and down and putting all those jarring forces on your joints and your knees and everything like that. So yeah, real true wrestling, yeah, you can think you have cardio, you get smoked. But other than that, Tabata intervals on an airdyne, nothing like it. Because people challenge me to boxing matches. I got to have good cardio. What do you guys want to talk about? Hold on, I'll read your comment. Anyway, thank you everybody for spreading the message and revealing the fake news media. I think the broader point, though, that is people are missing is that these were kids. Maybe do a little fact checking before, like, if you're going to go after, here's the way a real brain would work. Here's the way a real brain would work. If you're going to say something mean on the internet about a person, then there should be like a sliding scale. If you're going to say something mean on the internet about me, are you even going to check it? You're just going to say it. If you're going to say something mean about Hillary Clinton or Trump or Obama, I mean, we're all big boys and girls, right? If you're taking a 15-year-old with not like some 15-year-old internet celebrity, just a 15-year-old who was out minding his own business, you should fact check that a few times before you have words about a 15-year-old. This is the way a decent human brain would think. If you have any kind of moral decency, you would say, yes, I'm about to potentially ruin the life of a 15-year-old. I should probably watch more than a 20-second video. That's the way. If you see a 20-second video of me, well, whatever, you're going to come for me. And that's just the nature. I'm like public person. Right? You see a 20-second video of George Soros or somebody, what are you going to do, right? We're big boys. If you see a 20-second video of a kid, a 15-year-old that isn't famous on Instagram or anything like that, just pause, breathe, namaste, do some deep breathing, okay? I'm not going to get mad yet. Maybe there's more to the story. He's 15 years old. I'm going to pause a little bit before I seek and destroy a 15-year-old. This is the way a normal mind would work. If you have morality and decency, which, as we now know, there is none in the mainstream media. There was no sense like, hey, we're about to alter the life of a human life forever. Maybe just chill. Maybe just pause. Take a breather. Relax. What do we got? Walmart gravity blankets. Okay. I ordered one off Kickstarter. I don't know who's the brand for that, but I ordered my gravity blanket off Kickstarter. It's kind of expensive. It's like $150. Worth it for me though. For me, if you respond, well, at first I didn't notice anything from the gravity blanket. I tried it for 3 weeks. For me, it's like a cocoon. So I love it. It's like I feel like a primal caveman in my cave. With the blanket, I have the 25-pound blanket. You can get different sizes, 10, 15. It's based on body weight. So me, if you're over 200 pounds, 25-pound blanket. Game changer for me. Didn't notice at first. Deep sleep. Incredible product. But I don't know. I don't work for the gravity blanket lobby. So if they sell them on Walmart or wherever, I don't care. I just know that I like them. Yeah, I just know that I just like it. What else you guys want to talk about? Am I happy about how people are fighting against the verified bullies? Exactly. That was all done by, not by me. That was all done organically. That was young people taking the lead. CJ Pearson taking the lead. Ali taking the lead. That's what people need to do, be leaders. They're showing leadership. They were showing more leadership than Trump is showing. They showed leadership. So they're collecting the data, collecting the tweets. I reported something to the police. I can confirm that the LAPD has been in touch with me, and they are investigating the threats that I uncovered. So people are going to get a visit. People are going to learn you can't make death threats on the internet, right? You can't make death threats on the internet. Just don't do it, guys. All right, my friends, I'm going to get going. Speaking of which, I'm going to go do cardio a little bit. Thanks for watching. Cernovich.com. Do you go to my website, Cernovich.com? How do normal people like you help? Well, you're not a normal guy. Don't think of yourself as a normal guy. Think of you as just leadership. If people like CJ are appointment on report women on a project, then help out. Find tweets, search for tweets, dig up tweets, send the information for them. They have like an open source Google spreadsheet project. They got thousands of tweets. That's what you can do. Everybody, right? The many are greater than the one. We just need everybody out there looking for things. If you find bad tweets, pass them along. If it looks like a death threat, you can always send that to me and I'll get in touch with law enforcement and appropriate authorities. Then that's definitely another thing to do. And also just go to Cernovich.com, Cernovich.com. I got books. You can just buy ebook. Where are they, like $5, $10, something like that? Just buy a book. You can find all my stuff all over Cernovich.com. Good chatting with everybody. Thank you for your hard work. You saved life. I mean, it's not, how do you say it? It's literal, right? Literally, you saved human lives, because if the fake news media had been allowed to keep pushing forward with that false narrative, those kids would have been hurt. You saw what was on the internet. You saved a life today. Thank yourself. Pat yourselves on the back. As always, I'm Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com.